morning I have zero plans, zero expectations, but I'm out here early, too early. I'm out here early and I'm gonna see what I can do. All right, let's do this thing, shall we? So, I've come out to a beach and like I said, it's pretty early. It's a bit too early really, I didn't need to come out this early, but here I am. I've done the hardest bit, which is getting up and getting out. I did say that I had no plans, that's not entirely true. I do know this beach and this area well, so I've got a couple of compositions in mind. The wind is up a bit, the waves are up a bit, may make things a little more tricky, but then again it might make some photos a little more interesting, maybe. Anyway, it's been a little while since I've done one of these videos, so I kind of feel a bit out of practice already. I'm feel like I'm fumbling around and try to figure out what I'm doing, so I'm going to try and pull myself together, get a plan, and see if I can make something happen here. So I wasn't sure how the sky would be looking this morning, and I got to tell you, these sort of grey, moody clouds, it kind of suits my mood at the moment. I thought there might have been a little bit of colour with the sunrise, but I'm perfectly happy with this, to be honest. There are these stumps from an old jetty just leading straight from the beach straight out into the water. And the way, or where the water is at the moment, the level of the ocean, every now and again they're just sort of peaking above the surface of the water. It's still pretty early, so at the moment I've got about a 10-second exposure going. I might wait a little longer or just play around with my settings a bit, shorten that time a bit, the exposure time. So I wouldn't mind getting these stumps just sort of peaking up a little more above the water. The way it is now, if I'm shooting for a 10-second exposure, the waves are just continually washing over them. Can't really get a clear view of them. So it's not, it's a pretty basic shot, quite a minimal shot. It's okay, it's not bad, I quite like it. It's not overly exciting, but I'm just gonna play around with this composition for a little bit and then I might try and find something else. Alright, I'm going to move on. 10 metres, 12 metres? We'll go with 10. 10 metres down the beach. Ow. Well, a few metres down the beach there's a rock. 10 metres down the beach there's just the remnants of an old shipwreck sticking. I'll find out the name of it. I should probably know it. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Just sort of sticking out, the bow of it sticking out in the water here. So I've come and taken this photo a few times already before, over the years. It's always a good one, so I'm going to have a crack at that too. So, a couple of things I'm trying to do here. Closing up the aperture quite a lot, so I can get a slightly longer exposure, smooth out some of this water, and catch some of these sort of foam trails as they, I guess, recede back into the water from the beach. And then, so that's one idea. And then the other is opening the aperture up a bit more, getting a shorter shutter speed, and then catching, or trying to catch some of these waves as they're breaking over the wreck here. So this beach is called C.Y. O'Connor Beach, named after a guy called C.Y. O'Connor, who is actually a relative of mine. He is my great-great-grandfather. And this is actually the exact spot where he rode his horse out into the sea 100 plus years ago and killed himself, basically. He did a few sort of interesting things around my hometown of Fremantle. So it's got a couple of things named after him, a couple of statues as well. One of which I'm shooting right now, right out in the water here. It's a statue of him on his horse. And I'm going for a long exposure. I've got a 10-stop filter on, so I've got a 30-second exposure just to really smooth everything out. Completely flat water with the 30-second exposure. Really empty sky. The clouds are sort of blurring quite nicely. And yeah, it's sort of really a simple, minimal, kind of moody shot again, which sort of suits the morning, I think. If you've seen some of my other videos, this is not actually the first statue of him that I've shot. When was it? A few months ago, I guess. I was out in Fremantle shooting a lunar eclipse, and there's a different statue of him in town, and I went and grabbed a shot of the what was it? The super blue blood moon, I think it was called. The statue and then the moon up there behind him. Right, I've just come back to this little shipwreck here again on the beach. 10-stop filter again. I'm going for a nice wide shot. The color's just sort of turning a little bit in the sky, so even though I said I liked it dark and moody, which I do, I just thought I'd try and figure I'd try and get a shot like this while the sky's looking a little bit nice. I've actually shot a couple of videos just down from here. I'll put a link there. There'll be a link there. Yeah, there's an old power station sitting just off the beach, just up here a little bit. So I've made a couple of videos there before. Feel free to go check those out if you like. All right, I'm going to get moving. It's a Tuesday morning and I'm going to be late for work, I think, if I don't head off now. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of all this. And until next time, I'll see you later. About shooting on the beach, sand everywhere. Understatement of the year.